In my last video, I covered one of my favorite games of all time, Call of Duty 4, the original one. I asked my viewers to send me some requests for the next game I should cover in this Is It Still Playable series. And one viewer requested I cover this game, Modern Warfare 3. I figured why not? I've already covered the other two Modern Warfare titles on the PS3, I might as well cover them all. Now, I have not touched this game since the day one launch of Black Ops 2, and here, jumping into the game in 2022, it's no surprise as to why it's sat on my shelf for nearly 10 years now. Spoiler alert, I'm not the biggest fan of Modern Warfare 3 whatsoever, and I completely forgot about that until I started playing this game again. Also, if you notice, the gameplay footage seems to be, well, off, or like my reactions in the game are odd. Well, that's because when I recorded the gameplay live, the footage somehow got corrupt on the Elgato's software, and it was completely unusable. I couldn't export the file, or even view it at all. So I had to go into the theater mode and pull gameplay footage from the recent games files that I played. So a big God bless, or whatever, for theater mode. It's covered my ass there. So to the topic at hand, the first thing we should really cover is the connection, and if there are even people still playing this game on the PS3. Well, unlike the previous Call of Duty titles I've covered, this game still shows active players online, including a number count on each and every game mode and playlist, so that's really cool. Also cool, and even interesting, is that this game shows exactly where people are still playing in the world, and as you can see, a mass bulk of them reside in the UK. I thought it would have been a little bit more equal between the US and UK, but no, it's not really that way at all. When I first jumped on this game, I could not connect to any lobby across any game mode. I spent like, I don't know, 20-30 minutes in a match trying to connect to anything at all, but nothing was happening. That was until I realized my dumbass left DLC enabled, so I was trying to connect to other users that also had DLC enabled. When I turned that off, I had zero problems joining a lobby, so yeah, something to keep in mind. Don't even bother trying to play this game with DLC, cause it ain't happening. Now, you are very limited as far as to what modes have enough people that are even warrant playing. Modes like Free-for-All, Team Deathmatch, and Domination. Those are the most frequently played. You might be able to jump on some other game modes depending on the time of the day, but it's a little bit questionable. Now, as far as the connection goes, that's where I had some problems. About half the lobbies I was connecting to, I was rocking either a 2 or a 3 bar connection, and lag in this game for me is much more annoying and noticeable than it is with like the previous Modern Warfare games that I've covered, where a 3 bar connection never really bothered me. But again, this could very well be because I was connecting overseas, or because I was connecting to someone that was thousands upon thousands of miles away from me. And the times where I did have a 4 bar connection, or the times where I was the host of a lobby, the lag really wasn't that bad at all. Now let's focus our attention to the whole hacker situation here. Did I come across any hackers in the few hours I played this? Well, yeah. It took me a while, but eventually, yes, I did come across my very first hacker in this entire whole Is It Still Playable series, and it happened to be in this, of all games, Modern Warfare 3. At first, when I jumped into the game, I was kind of confused, thinking, why is this asshat just running around, spinning, shooting straight up in the air? You know, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he was trolling. Maybe he was doing some drugs, drinking, hell, I don't know what people do these days. Smoking whatever you call it, cigaweed or something, I don't know. Until I realized he was getting kill after kill after kill. And I was looking at the kill feed and I was like, okay, here we go. Finally, I caught myself a hacker. Outside of this guy, I did not come across another hacker in the entire rest of the time I was playing, at least that I know of. So like I said, I have not touched this game since the day one release of Black Ops 2. Not only that, but I have never once played this game without being in some sort of party of friends. This was the very first time I ever played this game solo, and I fucking hated it. You know, to be honest with you, and no offense to anyone, I never really liked this game to begin with. I simply played it because all my friends were playing it, and I never liked any of the maps. I hated the spawning in this game almost as much as I do with Call of Duty Ghosts. The weapons and how everyone uses some form of incredibly stupidly ridiculous explosive, you know, I just didn't enjoy this game whatsoever, and I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. It's my opinion at the end of the day, and yours is more than likely going to be vastly different from that of my own. The only major exception to this whole thing is when Faceoff got released. Me and my old friends of way back, Omar and Shelby, not only did we love Faceoff, but we absolutely dominated in it to the point where we had an over 200 plus win streak. We loved Faceoff, but all of us agreed that the main game was just not very fun. I know I'm cheating with this one, but I have to show some incredibly old footage of Faceoff for the gameplay only portion of this video, just because it has some beautiful memories for me, and I want to end this video on a high note of remembering how stupid good we were at this game, and this wasn't even in our prime really, but anyway, enough of me yapping. Take a look at some footage before we wrap this video up.
Achieved. Kill confirmed. Kill confirmed.
That, of course, brings us to the big question. Is Modern Warfare 3 still playable in 2022? Yes and no. I mean, you gotta consider a few things here, like where you live, because in America, you're gonna have to live with the fact that, at least on the PS3, you're probably gonna connect to a lobby that's overseas a good portion of the time. And some people aren't really down with that, which I completely 100% get. You may even come across a hacker or two along the way, but technically speaking, nothing was really that bad enough for me to warrant this game being anywhere close to being unplayable. Frustrating, yeah, fine, but it's still playable at the end of the day. More so, I feel, if you are a UK-based player than an American one, or otherwise. So that is something to consider here. So yeah, it gets my Foxxy stamp of playability, as I'm gonna call this. Okay guys, that's gonna do it for today. Again, if you do have a suggestion for a future video, please do not hesitate to leave a comment below. As always, thank you so much for watching. I do enjoy making these videos. They're a blast to make for the most part. So with that, take care everyone, and I will see you next time.